Citizens Gamers, and I'm continuing on today with my going through the Arkeis campaign. So today I'm going to do episode 0.5. This is found in the Jewel of the Cult expansion, and it takes place between episode 0 and episode 1. So last time we went through, we found the statue head, we put it back on the statue head, and now we're here. And it provides us a little bit of a story. You've been studying the notebook Riat sent you in depth for weeks now to locate this forgotten civilization hidden there under the sand. Under your very eyes, you are now planning to fly over the area in the Phillies to map the entire zone with precision. The sun is already high in the sky and it's time to get moving. Just as you finish embarking, the outline of a camel appears on top of a dune. After a few slow seconds, wondering why the camel isn't moving, its rider falls off and tumbles down the entire dune. Ooh, ouch. You rush to his aid, but the man is already dead. The poor soul looks like a wealthy Berber, and his body is covered in tattoos. His many injuries suggest that he was fleeing someone or something. His fist is clutching a gold and topaz earring. Oh, looks like... Oh, well, yeah, you guys can't see that. Okay, so gold and topaz earring. You have trouble taking it from his stiff fingers. Your blood suddenly runs cold. You immediately recognize the symbol on the earring. You tell the crew that you won't be flying today. As you follow the rider's track back along this path, you tell your companions that the jewelry contains a hieroglyph that is found in your notebook. Soon, you and your companions find yourself in front of a building partially buried in the sand. From afar, you hadn't noticed this before. The building entrance tells us what to set up. We're playing with 2 characters, so we have 25 of the tokens for the fate. And yeah, there we go. So you can see us. So we are right here. We'll be going through here and trying to find different things. Which, yeah, those look a little bit not straight. Let's see if we can make it look a little bit straighter on camera. Okay. Good enough. Sorry for people that have issues with that. Okay. So yeah, so we have put everything out. So during this episode, each space and logbook may be checked off with 2 different symbols. These symbols are shown below, so I can check off either any of these with either a fire or a book and a cog and a magnifying glass, torch, book, torch, and cog. Okay, and an event will happen after we get to each one of those. There's an epilogue at the end. Okay, so we don't know what's going to happen. It doesn't say specific things, so we'll see. So, we are here. We follow this along. So, what can we do? There's nothing to search here. So, I'm going to actually have him start. Yeah, we're going to swap these around. He's better at fighting, so he should probably be the one to go first, and then she can search what's left. I did upgrade my people last time as well, which that video's been posted. So you can get this guy, if he's alone in an area, he gets 2 check marks for fighting a person. She can check off as many spaces in the logbook as their adversaries in my zone max of 4. So that can make it so that I can cross off any 4 of these, so I could get an immediate event with 4 if I wanted to, which will come in handy. Okay. And then I would put this back in my backpack. So that's a once per scenario buff. Same with this one. Okay, she is better at exploring, he's better at fighting. Let's get started. Let's go through this door, or let's open this door. Okay. Woohoo! To open the building seems like a perfect combination of oasis and mirage. Will you do you some good? Impatient wins out and you go inside immediately. Uh-oh. So we're going to get all put in room D, which is that room. However, the passageway closes behind you and the mechanical scarabs wake from their age-old slumber with a sinister metallic throb. Okay, and the door actually gets removed from play. And we're going to take, wait, no, it's an ovally with brown and that symbol. Okay, and we're going to put in 2 scarabs. If I can get them out of the thing. And they're with us. Okay, so that was 1 action so far. Okay, Defiler! The instant the door closes, which again, this is saying that it's going to be out for the entire scenario, you feel a deep sense of unease. You are not welcome here, and you will be punished for having defiled this sacred site with your presence. Take 1 fate token. At the beginning of my turn, I will roll a fight die, and if wherever it's supposed to take, if I roll this symbol, which, oh, when I roll a fight die, I may roll 1 extra die. So this is roll 1 extra, that is re-roll 1. And this lets me re-roll 1 time. You may re-roll 1 die 1 time when you roll fight die. So I will be able to re-roll that, thankfully. Yeah, I definitely won't want to roll another one, because that would not be fun. But I'm going to be able to fight 2 of these. So since I can roll 1 extra die, I'll roll 3 of them to try to get rid of these. Okay, we'll re-roll this one. Okay, well, unfortunately, we don't have what we need. So we're going to definitely need scarabs, so we're going to just grab about 2 of those. 1 for each of us. Okay, so what is this guy's scarabs looking like? Okay. So I get to take 2 of these away, but I do get 2 injuries. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Reminder, once you get to the 5th one, then I have to take a trauma. However, she does have abilities to prevent traumas in her backpack, which we have taken with us. Okay. Well, but they're gone. So that was 1 action to search. That moved us in there. And then 1 action to fight. So she can go ahead and search this or one of these doors. She's a good searcher. We're having her search this one. There's that. Okay. An event. This funeral urn leaves you speechless, both somber and sublime. It does not leave anyone indifferent. It must be very valuable. But could opening it wake the dead? Ooh. Ooh. Do I open it? Or do I not? Let's open it. So we're going to open it. Gives us the choice. We will do it. Okay, let's see what nastiness comes out. You study the perfect surface of the urn and then open it carefully. A cloud of dust emerges, making you cough. Other than that, nothing happens. There's just a draft of air that caresses the back of your neck and makes you shiver. You hope you haven't disturbed someone or something. So I have to take 2 fate tokens and check off 3 spaces in the logbook. So I can check off any 3 spaces. So this one will be guaranteed to get us an event. So let's go ahead and do that. Surefire event. Okay. I wonder what would have happened if we didn't open it. Okay, so that was 1 action. I'm going to go ahead and search this door. The room seems mostly full of worthless junk. You try to make out any objects of value in the gloom, but all you do is trip over the mess. That, of course, wakes a few scarabs. The light of your torch draws their attention, and they turn their joints of tennis towards you and start clicking their mandibles. Okay, so we'll put 2 scarabs in there. So, but that was my turn. So it's his turn. He rolls this die. So he does not have to take a fight token, or he does not have to take a fate token. But he is going to go ahead and move into here and fight these for me. That way I can move in and search. Okay. Well, we'll for sure get to eliminate one, but... Oh, I can re-roll. So we'll re-roll. Okay, awesome. I don't have to spend. I, of course, could grab another fate token, put it in my backpack, and then be able to, which I need to rearrange these backpacks, don't I? These are hers. Okay. They do say, I didn't look up the rules yet, but they do say to keep these in there. I wonder what happens when we get too many. But I could choose to take another one of these to turn that into a check mark. But, although I didn't have to do that at all for an action, if I was the only one in that zone, which I am, I could have just gotten rid of them. Oh well, I'll save that for another time. But the check mark just gets rid of one. And then this gets rid of one, but then causes me a little bit of hurt. Oosh. Can't afford too much hurt. We'll put those there. Okay, and that was my 2 actions. Oh, man, it seems like such a waste to move her in there. Just to move back out here. And then move up there. But I feel like opening that door... That's going to cause some stuff to come alive. Let's see what happens. Let's open this door. The painted walls of the room tell a story of an unknown dynasty, but you don't have time to linger. In the gloom, the familiar clicking of a horde of mechanical scarabs reaches your ear. Even more worrying, however, is the imposing outline of what seems to be an oversized scorpion in the back of the room. Oh my goodness, we're going to have to deal with a scorpion. Look at that. That is a beast right there. Then we'll have some more scarabs. A couple there. Couple there. Couple more right there. You know what? I'm going to let you fight those. I'm going to come in here. Hi, you go out there. Go. Okay. That's that. So we'll need the scorpion. So we'll find a scorpion for each of us. Which when we start in a room that, or an area that doesn't have any, these will be unflipped. So, but we'll flip them over as soon as we enter an area. So if he comes in here, he has to flip this scorpion over. Ouch. Okay. Well, that was my 2 actions. Okay, I do not roll that. Okay. Is there any way to heal up? No. Of course not. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and look in here because I'm going to have to spend an action to get over to there. And I don't want to end my turn in there because I don't want to start my turn there. Okay. In the jumbled heap, you get your hands on an obscure scroll. It won't be easy to decipher. Okay. Okay, I only... count these. But if I roll at least 1 book, take that. Okay. You may... Oh, count as in... Okay, so... either one of these. So I'm going to do that one. Okay. That's right, I forgot we're supposed to be checking that off. Did I do that for any of the others? Oh, yeah, it was just take off 3 spaces. That's right. Okay. And then I do get some movement. During this episode, you may move 1 additional zone when you perform the move action. Okay. I'm not doing that this time. But with that said, do I want to go ahead and explore this, or do I want to leave that to you? Because I could just move in here for 1 action. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Might as well. Okay. It's this one. Under a pile of tapestries eaten by time, a strange, intact chest seems to glow gently from within. If the explorers in the zone have a combined total of 4 or more fate... Oh. The chest disintegrates into an impressive explosion. Wow. Yeah, I definitely have 3 or 4 more fate tokens in my backpacks. Yeah, that's for sure. So, 3 injuries each. Sorry, I'm going to give them all to you. Because I'm going to be doing the fighting. I can't be injured. Okay. That's why you don't want those tokens. Gotcha. Okay, well that was the end of my turn, so it's this person's turn. I'm just going to move and then move. Hopefully you can take care of these scarabs before the start of my turn. Oh wow, otherwise they're going to be all moving into me. Well, that's not too bad. Okay. So... Woohoo! So 1, 2, I'm going to fight you. 3 check marks. Awesome. And we're just going to be eliminating them. Okay. Those are my 2 actions. Back to you. Hey, let's go ahead and search. Actually would not be a bad idea to have let her start her turn with some scarabs, because she could use this to cross stuff off, but that's okay. We're going to just keep moving. Okay. You've stepped on a tile sticking slightly on the floor and triggering a mechanism of some kind. Roll 4 die -1 for each equipped item. Oh, awesome. Then log the results. Okay, at least we'll get to log some results. Yeah, unfortunately I rolled that. So I can turn this to anything just by taking one of those tokens. So we have a cog and a book. I'm going to turn this into a flame. Let's just turn that into a flame. Take one of those. Okay. But that means that we got a cog, a book, and a flame. So we have 2 events now. Woohoo! But I do have to take that card. Please don't be anything scary. Oh no! A section of the wall pivots with a long, heavy scraping sound, kicking up dust. When the dust settles, 2 more mechanical creatures are snapping their mandibles in the room. Okay. So the only issue is if I would search, I would take 1 injury, which then I wouldn't... But if she starts her turn, move all the scarabs from adjacent into my zone, I could then use this to just cross off 4 of them. But, oof. It just sounds dangerous. I could just always move into here next time. And then... Because he would have to add 1 scarab to each room. So, yeah, so I'm going to fight for my second action. We're definitely going to do that. Okay. So, eliminate 1 scarab, but I do take 1 injury. So, 1 more injury and I get a trauma. I do have 2 abilities to eliminate trauma though, so we're okay. That was my 2 actions. Roll the die. Nothing. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and explore then, because you're going to move into their next turn. And I don't want to leave anything behind. Okay. Scarabs cannot give you more than 2 injuries during a fight or when applying an effect. Okay. I am just getting all sorts of stuff. What are you doing? I'm recording in the logbook. Okay. So that was 1. If I stay put, I waste an action. If I move anywhere, it's going to cause more scarabs to show up. I'm just going to stay put then. Okay. She is going to move into here. Put this back in her backpack, but cross off 3. Okay. Hopefully these are the right 3. Just need 1 more to get an event for this one, and then 6 more for that event. We shall see. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into... Oh, wait. Yeah, I need to roll this die first. Okay, awesome. Then I'm going to move into here. Roll 3 dice. I can re-roll 1. Okay. So I'll get rid of all 3 of these, but it is going to cause me 2, which is going to cause a trauma. So I can either choose to just take one of these trauma cards or discard one of these to prevent me from ever... Whoops. Wrong backpack. Okay, yep. So, we're just going to discard the Ankh, which will go back into episode 0's box. So we'll put it up. We'll put it there so that way I can remember that it goes somewhere else. You don't get a trauma. Awesome. So I guess I could... Actually, I'm going to have her to have discarded this one and kept the Ankh for later. That way it doesn't... Yes. Okay. Woohoo! So that was his 2 actions. Okay. She needs to get rid of some of those. But she's going to explore. So let's go ahead and grab an Ankh. And come over here. The corpse seems recent. Is that of a man wearing a long robe. His body is covered with ritual tattoos, like those on the rider who brought you here. Roll as many inspection dice as there are explorers in this room and log the results. Okay. I can always re-roll 1. Should have kept that. Okay, so it's a cog. So, this is a cog. Okay, should have kept it and just grabbed another one to turn it into, so that way I could get an event. That's okay. We'll have more opportunities in the future, I hope. That was action 1. Action 2, I will go ahead and inspect this. You bend down to examine what seems to be a precious stone on the floor. You try to pick it up. It was booby-trapped. Oh no. Oh no. As soon as you touch it, a dart flies out of the hole in the wall and plants itself in your calf. You yelp in pain as an alarm goes off, calling attention to your presence. Take 1 injury token, which means I now have to take a trauma, but I'm just going to discard that Ankh. That is not the Ankh. Okay. If there's a scorpion in a room, move it to your zone. Oh no. Oh no, I'm out of actions. Oh, this is not good. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's the end of my turn, so I'm gonna have to roll this die. Okay. Start a turn effects. So every adventure in an adjacent tone takes 1 injury. Otherwise, I take 2. Ouch. Whew. This is not going to be good. I'm not alone, so I can't use this. Oh, he has 4 health. It's going to take 4 health to damage him. Or to kill him. Thankfully, I get to roll another one. Okay, and I get to re-roll a die. Okay. Give the scorpion 1 injury for each of those. So we'll just put him on here. And then this, every explorer in your zone takes 1 injury. Oh man, this scorpion is brutal. So we each get an injury. I'm probably going to get a trauma by the end of this. Okay. That was 1 action. Second action. Okay. I can re-roll a die, so I'm going to re-roll this one. Awesome. Okay. So this will give it an injury. I could take one of these, which I'm going to do, just to give it a second injury without me having to take one. Which does get rid of the scorpion. Ooh, those are brutal. But hey, look at that. No more scorpion. Took both my actions. I hope you're happy. Had to set off a trap, didn't you? Okay. Well, thank you very much. Move. Let's go ahead and look at this one. Eye of Anubis. The light of your torch glints off the eye edged in gold near the lifeless body of the man in the robe. You shiver as your hand brushes the corpse-tattooed arm and take the jewel. You are impressed by its fine workmanship, but you feel uneasy whenever you look at it for far too long. Okay. So I get to log those. So, yay, I get to complete that. And so cog or flame. I have lots of flames, but very limited cogs. I'm going to go ahead and do that one. Okay, so 4 more, and I'll get the final event. Okay. There we go. I have Anubis, and that was my 2 actions. Okay. Well. I'm going to come over here. I'm just going to use, since I'm alone, I'm going to use this to get rid of these last 2 scarabs so I don't have to take any injuries. Let's hope that is enough. And that was my turn. Okay. We're going to look at this one. Woohoo! Look at that. These old bandages haven't yet been used for embalming. Oh. Okay. It was the start of his turn. I forgot to roll that die. And are still in very good condition. After all this time, they're going to come in handy for the living, especially you. Every explorer discards 1 injury. Awesome. Thank you. Those bandages are very helpful. Then roll 1 inspection die for each without any injury. Okay. And record the results. So a cog. Okay, any more cogs are useless to me. But only 3 more. Okay. Those were my 2 actions, right? Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, let's take a fate token. I'm gonna look at this one. Ooh, when you fight die, take 1 injury for each explanation roll. Then replace them with the check marks. I mean, that might be okay. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my backpack for now. But you have to do that anyway. But okay, and then I can move 2, but I'm just going to move right there simply because this door has not been searched, so I can't move into there. Okay, those were my 2 actions, so I'm going to go ahead and search this door. Okay. With a slow creak, the door opens onto a long, dim corridor. Once again, it seems that crawling creatures and dead bodies await us. Okay, so we put some little scarabs in here. Okay. We are sitting pretty with how many of these are left. Surprising. I'm worried about what's going to happen with them. Okay, so that was 1 action. 2nd action, I'm just going to go ahead and move in. So that way you can come in and fight these things, please. And thank you. I'm going to roll those over. Okay. Your turn. Awesome. Okay, move in. Roll 3 dice to fight. Ouch. Okay. I can reroll 1. Okay. And I'll take that to turn that into a check mark. So I get to eliminate both of these, but I do have to take an injury. Ouch. Okay. But they're gone. Okay. Her turn. Gonna search for these ones. Once again, a corpse wearing a dark robe and distinctive tattoos is lying on the floor. These men must have been part of the same cult. This one is half-eaten, ew. You examine its arm closely and for a particular strange tattoo that looks familiar. You are gripped with nausea at the sight and smell of this morbid scene. If I want to examine the corpse, I can take that one. Otherwise, I just put this in the pile. We're going to examine it. Because why not? Let's look at what horrors await. Searching the poor man makes you sick to your stomach, but teaches you more about the members of the cult. A recurrent symbol seems to unite them. As you stand, you hear a noise in the corner of the room. Another zealot lying on the floor wakes up. He seems surprised to see you, but quickly gathers his wits. Aw, man. And attacks me. So I get to roll 2 inspection dice and record the results. This I can turn into whatever I want if I want to. You know what? I will go ahead and turn it into a book. And I'll take one of these. Okay. So a book. So either a flame or a book will get me the final event. But now I do need to put a zealot in the room with me. Okay, zealot. Surprised that he was still alive. That's okay. My buddy will take care of you. Although, that was my 2nd action, wasn't it? No, that was my 1st. These are the... Nope, that's not the zealot. What do you look like, actually? Are you the zealots? You look like zealots. Okay. So it takes 2 to hurt him. Enough. But hey, you know what? We got this. 2nd action. Ooh, double check mark. Heck yes. Give him 1 end. So, gave him 2 injuries right off rip. That is awesome. Okay. So, we're back to just the scarabs. I'm just going to leave that one up. So, I'm going to come in here. Oh, first, Awesome. And then we're going to fight. Okay, we'll re-roll this one. Okay, take 1 to turn it into a check mark. Get rid of both of these. That was my 2 actions. So now I'm going to move in here, take this last token. What are you? Uh-oh. An event. There is a stone ankh sculpted on the road wall. You notice that this is upside down and try to turn it right side up. This opens a secret door. A zealot comes out, clearly relieved and most likely thinking that one of his companions opened the door. When he sees you, his smile disappears and he pulls a dagger. I keep causing these zealots. And then we actually get another door to come out. It's going to be door F. They come out right here. And it's going to be an Ankh symbol. Okay, and unfortunately that was my second action. So, he's starting his turn with a zealot. And, okay. And then also this has a green eye. Ah, there it is. Green eye. There we go. Okay. So there's a secret door in there. That is pretty cool. But, so if possible, move one from my adjacent to mine. And then, if not, I have to take an injury. You are causing us trouble. One more, and I have to take a trauma, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. Oh, I do need to roll this. Okay. So, roll 3. I can re-roll 1. Awesome. He gets taken away. 2 injuries. Woohoo! Again, we've resolved these in check mark, exclamation, and then the X. So, since it was gone before, I didn't have to resolve this one, which is happy, happy us. Well, I'm going to go ahead and look at this door then. If an explorer in your zone has the Eye of Anubis, I recognize that. Eye of Anubis. I recognize the name of that. Okay, was I supposed to keep... Because, yeah, Eye of Anubis. Yep. Okay. So we did get it, and we are in the same zone, so one of us had it. So I will discard this. And then take this one. The doorway opens to a small room containing a giant scorpion. You step through the doorway to get a better look at the 4 sarcophagi standing against the wall. A sliding door immediately closes behind you. It would seem that going through the doorway has consequences. We both move into here. We have to place a scorpion in there with us. And then we also take these cards. You just had to open that door, didn't you? Okay. Well, we'll see what trouble we got into. Behind the giant scorpion, you notice a young woman fighting for her life. How long has she been fighting the creature? Will she be able to avoid its deadly stinger? She seems to be on her last leg. She has black hair, a determined expression, and tattoos on her wrists. Her appearance reminds you of Zealots and the Rider. put the Meemaw miniature in the room. Okay. Yay! We have a helper. At the end of each explorer's turn, Meemaw fights the scorpion. Roll 1 die and apply the results. If she's supposed to receive the injury, an explorer in the room receives them instead. Okay, so there's that. Defiler! Oh, man. The atmosphere is growing incredibly oppressive, as if some invisible being is trying to harm you. Let's take 1 fate token and discard the previous one. Okay. And the tokens on it. I'm going to assume that they don't get added back to that. Oh, I have to roll 3 fight die at the start of my turn. If any explorer, okay. Well, let's hope that none of them are that symbol. If I do, I can re-roll. Okay. First action was fighting it. Second action, so it is the start of her turn. Okay. So, I have to take 2 injuries. This is not going to end well. Okay, and then I can go ahead and fight twice. Okay. I'm going to take one of these and turn that into a check mark. We need to kill this thing fast. So it gets 2 injuries. Oh, wow. This is completely different. But it still gets 2 injuries. We're just going to put those there. Okay, and then she is rolling 1 die. We'll take that. I'm not sure if... Can she take that? We'll take it and put it right there. Turn that into a check mark. And give the scorpion another injury. Okay. And then we have to roll 3 for this one. Okay, awesome. None of them were that symbol. Okay, but then I can roll 3 to fight it. Okay, I can re-roll 1. Okay, I'm going to take one of these to turn that into a check mark just to get rid of it before it hurts anyone else. But I had to take 2 injuries at the start of my turn. Forgot about that. The scorpion will die, thankfully. But I took 1 and then another. And I get a trauma. -1 die whenever I roll an inspection. Oh, these come down here though. You can have up to 1 of each color. I can't see it down there. I'll just put it there. Okay. Well, hey, that was 1 action. You know what? Once the scorpion's been defeated, which it has been, go ahead and discard that. We'll go ahead and look in this. What's the worst that could happen, right? You admire the sarcophagi with respect, but the young woman searches every nook and cranny of the room looking for something. You try to find out more, but an annoyed sigh indicates that you're bothering her. She seems to have found what she was looking for under one of the sarcophagi. You hear a click, and then the sarcophagus opens and the passage leading outside. Okay, so we roll 2 die. Please let book be one of the ones I needed. Yes! Book was one that I needed. I've gotten all of my events possible. Wonder what's going to happen. And then I take this card. As you enter the sarcophagus, the other 3 begin to open with a sinister creak. One thing is certain, you do not want to meet their occupants. Your Tim slips through the opening. You make sure you close the sarcophagus tightly behind you and then walk down a narrow and dark tunnel for a few seemingly endless minutes. You haven't even come close to solving all the mysteries surrounding you. And one of the biggest mysteries of all is in front of you, in flesh and blood, with an inscrutable expression and a cat-like gait. Meemaw! So we never even got to this door. Okay, so we read the outcome. Outside the building, once all danger has been eliminated, you manage to communicate with a young woman. Her name is Mima, and she's a former member of the cult that the corpses you've encountered along the way belong to. She tells you that her father was the mysterious rider who led you here. He was one of the cult heirs. Like his father and grandfather before him, recently he cast his belief aside. He would henceforth work from within the cult to bring about its downfall. Suspecting her father's sedition, the cult took advantage of the Day of the Fallen Star to offer Mima up as a sacrifice to the pharaoh gods. Forced to reveal himself, he fought alongside his daughter to save their lives. When he was surrounded and gravely injured, Mima managed to release scarabs and sow havoc among those present, allowing her father to escape. However, she doesn't know how many others are still working for the cult outside these walls. With or without you, she will continue her father's quest, track them down, and prevent them from accomplishing their evil goal once and for all. Take the bonus that matches the number of completed event rows. We have 4 completed. So she can join our group with 1 experience card worth 1 experience point and 2 coins in her backpack. Okay. So 1 experience and 2 coins. Okay, Mima has joined the group of explorers. 1 player may, if they like, trade their current character for Mima for the rest of the campaign. If they do so, the former character's experience cards are lost. The contents of their backpacks, however, would be transferred to Mima. Okay, so Mima. You cannot take more than 1 fate token per turn. Any other fate tokens you should take are discarded. I don't know, I really like his ability to roll 1 extra die and her ability to re-roll a die. I think I'm going to stick with my 2. Mima will just get added as an alternate that we can go through. Fortunately, we do have 1 trauma on him. But that's okay. So that is the end of the Jewel of the Cult. So that was a really interesting story. I really liked it. Looking forward to seeing what episode 1 is all about. Now that we've gotten a little bit more experience, gotten to go through and see a little bit more of all of this. We'll go ahead and put this in here. We have lots of gold. So, and then just 1 experience point, which maybe we can beef one of these up some more. Or we could save it for a harder one. Well, okay, we do need, because, yeah, okay. So Mima will be at the bottom of these 2. Okay. So for 1 experience, which is all we have, an X would count as a book. That's a pretty good one. And then take a trauma card, may choose to do it. Before rolling inspection die, may turn 1 die directly to that side. So do we want immediate cogs or X's counting as books? You know what? I think with him having to roll 1 less die, he should be able to have the cogs. So we'll spend that experience points to give him a cog. There we have it. So that is the end of scenario 0.5. We'll continue on next time with the Arkeis campaign. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, just remember to have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, or subscribe. Let a friend or family member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.